companies reporting this week, but one of them is the hottest or one of the hottest stocks on the stock market this year. It is, of course, Nvidia, but I was able to find 4 other companies where those stocks are also breaking out to new 5-year highs, and they're also really hot here in 2020. What are they? Let's take a look at all 5 of these charts. They're all hot, they're all breaking out. This is going to be an interesting earnings week. Let's dig right in. So we are going to start with that super hot Nvidia chart. It's been a monster this year. Shares are up about 126% year to date. It's got the great earnings surprise record with just that one miss back in 2018. And that's when it's like pre-reported, the shares declined, then it missed. But it's been, on this massive run here in 2020. Can it continue to move higher? That's what everybody's wondering. It's got the high valuation, but it's always traded at a premium. So does that even matter? We're going to find out, but this is definitely one everyone is going to be watching this week. Then we're going to switch over to some of the more quieter stocks that are also busting out to new 5-year highs. This is Copart, CPRT. I don't think I've ever talked about it on the Earnings All-Star charts before, but I don't know why, because look at it. It's got a great earnings meet or beat record. It's just got those 3 misses in the last 5 years, and that other miss is about to fall off the calendar there. And now the shares are at 5-year highs. So their online vehicle auctions, that anything to do with cars and car sales is super hot here in 2020 as well. That's why we've got the bust out. But can it too maintain this momentum and continue it into 2021? We'll see. And then another hot tech side, Keysight Technologies. Keys is the ticker. It only has that one miss since our data began there in 2017. So another great earnings chart, also busting out to 5-year highs, coming off a big beat last quarter. This one has the momentum here after, kind of treading water there for the last year, and now it's got the breakout. So this is definitely one, if you're a momentum trader, you should be watching. Speaking of momentum, not many have what Canadian Solar has this year. The solar investors have been waiting a decade for this chart to develop. As you can see, it was going nowhere in this very narrow trading range for the last 4 years until finally it's busted out of that here in 2020. My momentum trading friends tell me that's a big sign of things to come. And the analysts have been bullish on Canadian Solar all year. Early in the year, even before the pandemic hit, they were already saying that the fundamentals looked better for sales and volume in the second half of this year. And that has turned out to be the case. Regardless of the pandemic, that has turned out to be the case. But can these shares continue to have this momentum? They're still cheap here on a PE basis, because they've got so much, catching up to do basically, and those earnings are on the increase. But can we see further outbreak and into 2021? That's what everybody's going to be watching. And then I'm going to wrap it up with a retailer here, Williams-Sonoma, ticker WSM. They are furniture. Now, a lot of people look at Williams-Sonoma and they're like, meh, I never go to that store. But Williams-Sonoma owns many different brands, ones you have gone to. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about this company. They aren't just the, selling pots and pans and knives store that is Williams-Sonoma. They also own West Elm and Pottery Barn. So those are 2 huge brands. West Elm has been the hottest furniture brand for several years, but you wouldn't know it from this chart, right? These shares look a lot like the solar shares. They were going nowhere, even while fundamentals were strong for, all those years. And they just have that one miss back in 2016. So great earnings surprise track record. Now they have busted out with 2 big beats in a row, as again, all the fundamentals have swung in the favor of the furniture and any kind of home accessory companies. We've all been baking at home. We've all been cooking. We've all wanted a new couch, and with home sales surging, especially among the younger millennials and Gen Zs, they're all buying the new furniture. And what do they want? They want West Elm. And so that's where you're seeing the real strength in all the brands. But can they continue this into the holiday season? That's what many of us are going to be watching. Now, I've owned Williams-Sonoma in my own personal portfolio for several years where it went nowhere, but you do get a dividend with this company, and they are very shareholder friendly. They were buying back shares into the pandemic where they then suspended it, but they look like they're going to be resuming the share buybacks, and they've never cut the dividend, and they never halted that. So they are still paying that dividend here, which is yielding a nice little yield. So this is one on the furniture side you should be watching, but valuations are coming into play here with this big surge in the shares. Can they continue this momentum into 2021? Will we be as focused on the home into next year? That is something that's up in the air, but we may get some answers this week. So while Nvidia is certain to be in the spotlight this week by everyone on the street, and rightly so, it's not just tech that's busting out to 5-year highs, as you can see, because all the stocks I brought you this week and on this video aren't in technology, and there's many breakouts going on. So where can you find these hidden gems in other areas outside of technology? I'm bringing them to you every week on the Earnings All-Star charts. I'll bring you the hottest charts plus the other ones to watch. And we've still got a little ways to go here in this earnings season. There's still more retail and other interesting stocks still to come. So you don't want to miss a single episode. Be sure to subscribe at zacks.com/YouTube to get our YouTube channel. You'll get all of our videos there, including the top stock picks of the week and other fun stock picking videos where, yeah, you might find the next Nvidia. But be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you again next week with some more stocks.